Alright, I don't know how I'm gonna get this thumbnail. We're gonna try. Oh god, okay, hold on. Okay, I gotta sit on this side so there's light. Is this zoomed in or am I just too close to the damn camera? Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Layla, and if you don't know, I absolutely love reading. And I have a couple of book reviews on this channel, but they are all nonfiction book reviews. That's just because I feel like I can, I highlight those and go through like what it means to me and the importance of it, etc. And in the past, like from the age of, I don't know, like 19 until I would say 27, I only read nonfiction. I was like so against reading fiction books. Not like, I didn't care if anybody else did, but for myself, I was like, it just doesn't interest me. And I forgot what started it. Oh, I know what happened. So I was taking a walk. I think it started in 2020. Yeah, it started back in 2020. The pandemic came around, as we all know. And because of that, I started taking walks more frequently, like on a daily basis. I would be outside for like an hour or two walking. And the neighborhood that I go to and several of them around me have those little free libraries. So I was like, oh, that's cool. Let me check them out. And so I found a book in there. I think the first book that I started reading for fiction again was Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell, which is funny because I have like several of her books here now. And I just finished one of her books last night, actually, or this morning. So I think that was one of the first that I started reading, and then I had asked my mom to borrow some, or no, I had some already on the shelf that she told me were good to read, and I started reading those, and it just hasn't stopped since then. And actually this year it has just been even like a stronger feel of wanting to read fiction books, because I started reading Colleen Hoover, and I really like her as an author. I know it's like young romance, kind of tacky. I am almost 29 years old, but I don't care. It's just a book. I love to read. I think it's like a long-term movie, because you start to see what these people are like and you get a feel for the characters. You feel like you're actually there. I love it. It gets me literally giddy. This stack of books that I have here, I could scream. I'm so excited. So far this year, I think I've already read 10 books, and I think I'll probably be able to finish these books over the next few months. But I started watching some BookTubers. Haley Pham is a big one that I started watching. And then, let me see, I forget their names. I honestly just like, I look for the videos that are talking about their top rated books, or like TikTok trending books. I'm not on TikTok, but like I've seen videos about it, so I look for them. The other girl that I got a lot of these from is Steph Borer. I don't know how to say her name, Borer. And then I can link them down below. And then there is a guy, I'm surprised he's not on here. There he is, Jack in the Books. He's huge. He has a lot of subscribers, and he does really nice reviews. So I went based off of multiple recommendations that I heard for these books, and then there were some that were thrown in there that I've had on my list for quite some time. So I organize these by like thriller, love, and then kind of miscellaneous. I'm gonna start with miscellaneous. I have a total of 13 books here. Almost all of them I purchased used, so I always try to purchase books used, but quite a few of them, I think maybe 5 or 6, I did purchase, no, I think 5. It doesn't matter. A few of them I did purchase brand new because it was a better deal to purchase them new. It was a better price, and it wouldn't have made sense to save like 20 cents on a used book. The first book I got, which I've heard so much about, The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I've heard mixed things about this. I've had some people say they really, really enjoy it. Some say that it is not that great, like it's hyped up. And something that's upsetting is that I remember, I don't know when it was, but several months ago, I was taking my usual walk, and there is a house that sometimes like puts stuff out for free. And this was one of the books that was on their curbside to pick up for free. And I remember I had looked it up because it like, I was looking up all the books. So I looked it up on Amazon, and the reviews weren't that great. And let me see if that's still the case. At the time, it didn't seem like too many people were liking it. Okay, it has quite a lot. On Amazon, it's 4.5 out of 5, so I'm not sure what I saw, but this book I could have gotten for free a while ago, and I did not pick it up. So this one was a brand new one. I've heard great things about it. One of the first books I read earlier this year was One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and that was really good. I wouldn't say it was like breathtaking or anything, but it didn't make me cry like some other people. It is a good book though. I would recommend it. So I'm gonna check this one out. For this book haul, I'm not gonna read the summary. I actually don't like to read summaries myself. I prefer to just go into the book because oftentimes it gives away spoilers or it like helps me to figure it out. So I try not to read it, but I will say that this says love, glamour, and the price of fame. Like it's about love, glamour, and the price of fame. Next one, I don't know exactly what this is about. I think it's like some roommates or something, or friends. A Little Life by Hanya Yanagiara. This was trending a couple of years ago, I think. I remember seeing it everywhere when I was on Instagram and on YouTube. I saw people talking about this and they all said that it made them cry. This is a thick baby. Even the text is really tiny, so it's going to be interesting. I don't know how long it will take, but I've seen that some people read this really, really quickly. And as you can tell, this book is used, so I got it for a pretty good price, and I'm excited to read it. I do hope I cry. I like a good book where I can cry, where I can connect with the people. First impression is this is not a book I would typically pick up. I don't like the cover. Like this would not appeal to me. But just because I know about like kind of what it's about and from other people saying that it's a good book, we picked it up. Okay, now let's go into the thrillers. A lot of these are Lisa Jewell, which she's a great author. She wrote the book, then she was gone. So as I said, that's the one I initially started reading, I'm pretty sure, and got back into fiction because it was just so exciting. And this morning I finished the book I Found You, and I talk about that in the vlog that I'll be putting up at some point. I don't know, but I just finished it. It was a great book, and she's a great writer. So the first one I got was The Night She Disappeared, and at first I thought I read this because they're one of my favorite books, and I know one of my sister's favorite books is The Night I Disappeared, I think it's called. Let me see. Okay, yeah, so when I was younger, I read the book The Night I Disappeared by Julie Reese Deaver. And that book is so good. It's really scary, and it's like you will not want to put it down. And I thought I had already read this, and I was like, oh, that's so weird because like I've read Lisa Jewell before, but it's not the same author. And this is obviously just one word different. So The Night She Disappeared. I've heard this recommended by several people, including Haley Pham, I think, or maybe it was the other girl. I don't know. I can't keep track of who recommended what, but I have heard that this is really good. Again, on the Amazon reviews, it looks like people enjoy it. This is about the same size as the book I just finished this morning, so it looks like I could probably finish this in about a week as well. Hardcover for that one, and then the next three I have of hers are softcover, which is I prefer a softcover paperback book, definitely. Again, Lisa Jewell, The Family Upstairs. This isn't anything that I saw. Like I wasn't recommended this book. I don't think I even saw it on anybody's list. Based off of Amazon, it had strong reviews. This was like super cheap. I want to say under $5, even with shipping. And I like a nice thriller. Lisa Jewell's a great author, as I said, so that's why I picked up this one. Let me know if you've read it, though. Same with this next one, Watching You by Lisa Jewell. I had seen these at the library, too, so I know I could have just checked them out, but because they were so cheap, I was just like, whatever, I'll buy it, and then if, I don't like it, I could donate it or resell it, whatever. This one had great reviews. Anytime I always scroll down to the Amazon reviews and try to scope them out and read them, and if there are multiple people saying like I could not put this down, or I was on the edge of my seat or something like that. I can't remember if it was this one specifically or one of these other ones I have, but that is appealing to me, and I love those books where it's just like you cannot put them down, obviously. I will say that Lisa Jewell, Yeah, she is from England. So all of her books are always based in over there, which can be like, I don't know, it's kind of interesting. I kind of like being able to read about other places because most of the books that I read are based in America or somewhere in the States. So it's interesting to see how that is. But sometimes the language is a little different, or they like say certain terms differently. That's just how, different places of the world work. So that's one thing. Next, our final Lisa Jewell book is Invisible Girl. This is the same thing. So nobody in particular that I saw or that I can remember recommended this, but it was just on the Amazon. It was really affordable, so I went for it. And this one says furiously twisty, utterly gripping. See, I like that. That's like And she, as I said, I like her writing style. She does know how to write a thriller, in my opinion, without it being like disgusting or over the top. And let me know if you've read any of these. And then this one, I've heard about a ton. So I have high hopes for this because I've heard many people say The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides. That sounds right. I've heard this is great. And the reviews are amazing for this. I have no clue what it's about. The pages will burn with the friction from your hands turning them. That's what David Baldacci said. So I am looking forward to this. Please tell me if you've read this. And don't give any spoilers, of course, for any of these, please. But let me know if any of these thrillers are actually thrillers. And then finally, we have the love books or romance books. The first one, Ugly Love from Colleen Hoover. As you can tell, this is a brand new book. So hers are like the resale value is kind of insane because it was cheaper to purchase the new book than to buy a used book. So that's kind of interesting that, her stuff goes for more. I've heard lots of things about this, even from people who are not book YouTubers. I know that this is just Colleen Hoover is exploding. And the main reason that I wanted to start getting some Colleen Hoover books, even though I typically wouldn't buy something like these, even if they're great, is that my library has these next few books from her on hold for like 200 plus people. Like, I'm never going to get the book. Like, that's going to be months and months, possibly over a year, that I would be able to get the book. And that's just, no. I decided to just buy it. So, Ugly Love, Colleen Hoover. I'm not going to read what it's about because I've read one before and it spoiled it. It Ends With Us, also from Colleen Hoover. I think this is one of, like, the top rated from her. And isn't there a movie on this or a show or something? I don't know. I think it'll be cool to watch the movies that are associated with anything. I do have another one that I know has a movie on Netflix, and also like see how the books are related and then how I see the characters versus who they are in the show. What's your favorite Colleen Hoover book, by the way? Is it one of these? The next one's Verity. So this is like, I think, the top book. So I think it's like Verity is number 1 and then It Ends With Us is number 2. And again, like, this is on hold by like over 250 people in my county, and I'm not going to get a hold of it. I'm just going to buy it. So I have no clue what this is about. I'm not going to read it, but like, I'm not going to read the summary. I'm sorry if that's like what you're hoping for in this, but I don't want to spoil it for myself, and I just prefer to read it. Like, if I know that a book is going to be good, like, I'll just read it. Next, we have Love and Gelato, written by Jenna Evans Welch. This one I saw through Haley Pham, and she was talking about it, and then I was reading in the comments, because that's also a great strategy to find good books, is go to a book haul or a book review by a booktuber, and then go to the comments, and people will write what they think of similar books, like, oh, I loved blah, blah, blah. Most people don't comment any spoilers or anything, so it's nice to see them commenting like, oh, I loved Love and Gelato, or I love this, and it's like a different book but similar. I think that's a great way to find more books that you want to read, and that's what I did. So she did mention this book and said it was, I think she might have said it was like her new top, like, she gave it 5 stars or something. I don't know, one of her favorite books. And in the comments, a lot of people confirmed this and said it was really good. I want to say that some people may have said they cried. I'm not sure. I'm wondering if this is like super young romance. It probably is. There was a book that Haley fan was reviewing, and she said it's like super young romance, but don't let it discourage you. The text is pretty huge. Like, that's much larger than Colleen Hoover kind of. No, Colleen's is smaller. But yeah, this is pretty big text, so I'm wondering if it's for like middle schoolers. But hey, I'll read it. Next, we have All the Bright Places. I think this is a movie on Netflix. Yeah, I feel like I saw it. Oh, hello. A Netflix film. Just saw that. And this one was used. It looks like it was from Target. I was actually gonna watch the movie because I knew I was buying this, but I was like, I would rather read the book and then just watch the movie later. It says the story of a boy called Finch and a girl named Violet. I've heard good things about this and that people cry. Again, I love a good book that'll make me cry. So I was like, let's do it. This one was also really cheap. A lot of these were under $5. So if you look on Amazon, you can either purchase new or you can search get them used, and then usually it's like $1 with some shipping, or like, you know, some amount plus some shipping or free shipping, and it's incredible. Okay, and the last book. This better be one of the best books I've ever read, because I have heard multiple people say that it is like their top 5 favorite books, or like top 10 favorite romance books, whatever. And that is Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. This is another one where I think people said they cried, and in the Amazon reviews, there were a lot of good, like hundreds of good ones. So the story of the heart can never be unwritten. No idea what it's about. Obviously, lovey-dovey romance, but this is gonna be what I take with me to Hawaii. And I have a really long plane ride, obviously going to Hawaii and coming back, plus like being on the beach or by the pool. So I think I'm gonna bring 2. This is gonna be the first one. I'm gonna bring Love and Other Words, start reading this one. What should be my second book? I know I'm gonna like post this while I'm like on the plane. So if you're watching this on Sunday when I upload this, then I'm probably on an airplane right now headed to Hawaii. Maybe a Colleen Hoover. Or we could switch back and forth between like romance and then thriller. I think I'll do that. Okay, I might do this. I think I'm gonna do The Silent Patient. It is a hardcover book, but that's fine. So I think I'm gonna take Love and Other Words and The Silent Patient with me on Hawaii. This isn't set in stone, but I'll be vlogging, so you will see which ones I end up taking. I'm excited. People on YouTube don't really ask me this, but sometimes people in my real life ask me, like, how do you read so many books, or how do you read fast? In general, I am just a fairly fast reader. That's just always been something I was good at. Actually, not always. I remember when I was learning how to read, I was very slow and behind. But yeah, I can read pretty quickly, and then I just I'm in bed by like 9:30-ish, and I start reading until I get sleepy. And if a book is good, it will keep me awake, and I will stay awake reading for 2 hours or more if I want to. So that's how I finish them so quickly, is I usually end up staying up later. But it doesn't really bother me. Like, I'll wake up in the morning and feel fine because I was just like reading a book, you know? It's not like you're watching TV. It's not bad for your eyes, at least not for me. And it's kind of just relaxing. So that's how I finish them so quickly, is I read every single night before going to bed. At least, it's like usually at least 30 minutes, and then usually a lot longer, especially toward the end of a book when I'm like, all right, we're finishing this tonight. So that's how I finish so many. These will all be linked down below. Of course, you can try to get some books from your library. I do, I prefer that. Obviously, it's more eco-friendly and more affordable, free. But sometimes you just want to buy books, and yeah, try to get the used ones if you can, if it's a better deal. But that is it. I do want to start, talking more about books, and just, I usually incorporate a book review into my vlogs. I don't think I'll do, I don't know, maybe I can start doing dedicated videos where I talk about multiple books at once, but I think they're just so fun. So please comment down below if you've read any of these, what you know, which one's the best or which ones are not so good. And also feel free to share any books that you recommend that are similar to any of these. But thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, because it really supports my channel. And I will see you very soon.